Hi guys, it's time for the third edition of what's going on with me, and I think I told you the last week that I told you that I was going for a heart catheterization procedure, and that's where they put the an angiogram in my uh, an angiogram type tube into my artery through my pulse on my wrist, and then the other one went through my jugular vein. And the one through my jugular vein went to the left side of my heart, and then the one on my wrist went to the right side of my heart. What they did was they put dye in there to see whether or not they did put the dye in, and they did a live X-ray to see whether or not they could see whether or not my heart valves are opening and closing properly, and that's what that was for. It hurt a little bit, but other than that, it was no big deal. I was put in a twilight sleep, so I don't know. It's okay. I'm okay now. I did. I did see a doctor a few days ago over there, and he's a cardiothoracic doctor, and he told me that he does. He's the one that's going to be. He's one of the surgeons that does the lung transplants. These guys are all the heart doctors, or most of the heart surgeons do lung transplants as well. There's, I guess, the lung and the heart are very close together, and so they need to maneuver the lungs anytime they do they work on the heart. So it's going to be a cardio surgeon that's going to be doing the lung transplant. And from what he told us is that he's found another way to do it. And what they do is, instead of cracking you open right here in the middle, they make two slits over here on each side of the ribs, and they spread the ribs open. And then what they do is that they put the new lung inside, and and the new lung is about this big, with two fists, is what the doctor said. And I will get, he estimates that I'll need a 6 liter lung, and that's how that's how they determine how large and how small they are. He also indicated to me that the lung on my right side is smaller because it's more it has more fibroids in it than the other lung. And it's with that too is it's pulling on the diaphragm over here. So as the lung is going down, deflating, it's also pulling on my diaphragm, and I'll be going to another doctor for another procedure to make sure that the diaphragm is going to be working properly as well. So I'll go for a neurologist next week, and I'll let you know what happens with that. The surgeon said it takes two surgeons to do the work, and one of them, or two, they have four of them at the hospital, and two of them are usually the ones that do the work. So and it takes about 4 hours each lung to do each lung. So my procedure would be approximately 8 hours if indeed I get the go ahead for the new lungs. He also indicated to me that the time spent in the hospital would be about 2 weeks. 1 week would be, or actually 3 days would be in the ICU on a ventilator, and then the rest of the time would be spent in the just a regular room in the hospital. So that's where we're at right now. Okay, so anyway, the life expectancy of a lung transplant, the doctor told me, was the average is between 7 and 9 years. Without the lung transplant, he said I probably got about 2 years to go. So and that's just the average of, you know, people that have uh, what I have, the IPF. So that's still pretty good. So anyway, with the blood type, it should be waiting for weeks and not months to get a transplant if indeed I am given the opportunity to have a lung transplant. So next week I go for the to see the neurologist to make sure that my diaphragm is working properly, and then I have some other tests later on in the week as well. I'm meeting with another surgeon to as a consultant. So anyway, I'm also doing PT, and I'm exercising. I need to get my hips and my core strengthened in order to be prepared for a lung transplant, and that was one of the things that I started doing today. So anyway, good talking to you, and I'll see you next week.